Hi everybody, this is Amanda, back today with another Lyrics Art Journal page. We are going to do Unsteady by X Ambassadors. I just like it, no particular reason other than that. The first thing I did was I went ahead and glued down some tissue paper into my book. This is just something I found at one of the dollar stores, I think. And so that's going to be the base of our page, and then I'm going to go over this with some white gesso to lighten up the background a little bit, and then we'll start adding stuff on top of that. Alright. I am going to water down the gesso a little bit because that makes it a little more transparent, so you can still see the design. To put this on the paper, all I did was use matte medium on the page, using it as a glue. Alright. So as you can see, you can still see the design. It's just muted. This allows us to put paint or gelatos or anything else you might want to put on it. Alright, so I'm going to dry this real quick. Okay, so there's our background start. And the next thing we're going to use some gelatos in 3 different colors. We have the lime, we have Margarita mix, and we have cotton candy blue. Okay? And I'm just using a baby wipe to spread it out. And then I will go back and add some more blue. I have found that for some reason the blue gelatos wipe off a lot easier than the other ones. And there I go, tearing my paper. Alright. Well, let's just hope that didn't make a difference. Maybe a little blue here. And if you can see that. There you go. So you can still see the background, which is the point. Alright. The next thing I'm going to do is do some texture paste. I'm having a debate over stencils. So who knows, I might do both. Let's do this one first. This one we're going to actually do with just white acrylic craft paint. I think this is Dylusions Stencil. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it came with a set of stamps. Okay. I did kind of cover up my little torn tissue paper there. Alright, now we're going to do the texture paste. And I think since our background did come out mainly green, I think we're going to do the texture paste in blue. So I'm just going to use the gelato and put some down on my craft mat. And then I just use the Liquitex modeling paste. And I always end up making too much. And that's okay. And then we just mix it in. Yeah, way too much paste. On your screen it does look white, but it's getting blue. And you do have to remember when you're mixing modeling paste that you're going with a white base, so it's going to automatically make your color lighter. So we're not going to get that vibrant blue without putting a ton of blue. Alright, I think that's going to be good. Alright. So, now we're going to use a Crafter's Workshop. This one is the Mini Impressions, and we're going to use this one down here at the bottom. I am going to stick mainly to the edges because we do want our wording in the center. So, and yes, I am working today with my book turned a different way. Alright. That's all we're going to do for the time being. See, way too much paste. But I'm just going to set that over to the side for right now because we can go back and use some after we get the wording on the page. Okay. So there's our background. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the words on. And yes, I am using my normal method. I will put the link in the description below, but just a quick reminder of it. I use a blender pen, and with the blender pen I can take a copy machine mirrored image of whatever, in this case the words, and transfer them onto my page. So let's see. Alright. So my pen is out of blender ink like it has been, so I just use Acetone from Walmart. And I did choose, since the song is talking about being unsteady, to do my wording a little bit different and put it in kind of a wave. So it's not going to be the normal, just straight across the page wording. Oh no! I have to be careful with that. It's pretty humid today. I guess it's not helping matters here. But I just need the basic rough outline of the words. This last word is going over my texture paste a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. It's not the first time. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off, and you'll see it's not a great... Oh, no! Hold on. Pulling up paper here. It's not a great impression, but since we're going to go over it, it doesn't matter anyway. That is one of the downfalls of using tissue paper and not going straight on the page. These pages are pretty thick. The tissue paper is not. So sometimes when you wet it, it's going to pull up that tissue, or in some cases a little bit of the background if you're using things that are water reactive. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my Sharpie and go over the wording so that it shows better. So I am going to put some music on and get these words done, and I'll be back.
I've been meaning to tell you how grateful I am.
I got half the Pentagon writing your recommendations and the other half reading them.
I'm grateful to them, too.
Well, between the writing and the reading, somehow they lost your file. Just never showed up at the promotions board.
I don't think I follow you.
The captain's list came out and you weren't on it.
Again?
I didn't want you to find out off of some bulletin board. I know how you feel, Padre.
With all due respect, sir, this is the fourth time. Why me? You can't imagine how many nerds I knew in chaplain school who are now majors. My own sister's about to become Mother Superior. I think maybe somebody up there doesn't like me.
Simmer down.
I hope you understand, sir. This isn't directed at you. I'm angry with the fools and dolts and dodos at the Pentagon who have more plates on their heads than the building they work in. I'm going for a walk. I've had it with the Army and their stupid promotions.
I can't keep lying to the people I love. Everything your family touches sticks with them. Make sure the germs they bring home don't stick around. Use Clorox disinfecting products. Because no one kills germs better than Clorox. A joy of real cream and 15 calories per serving. Enough said. Ready Wish. Share the joy. Where can you find that home-style buttermilk flavor you love? Buttermilk cod is here at Long John Silver's. We start with our 100% Alaskan cod and hand-bread it for a buttermilk taste that is crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more. Constipated? Trust #1 doctor recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle, dependable relief. Suppositories for releasing minutes. And Dulcolax for comfortable relief of heart and
Y'all are okay, babies.
Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
Y'all are
It's our
okay.
biggest craftsman sale of the year at Ace.
With over $600 in craftsman savings across the store.
We'll help you find the perfect gift for Father's Day, which is coming up.
I know, Dad.
Hurry in, the craftsman sale at Ace ends Monday. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night, so he got home safe.
Yeah, my dad says our insurance doesn't have that.
What? You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, B, to the house, to the car. Call me honey, next to the road. Go to the O, if the under your bow. Good goes around and around and around. Good goes around and around.
All Crafty presents Power Core Pack. Which one's yours? The one in white. For a powerful clean you can really see, get all Power Core Pack. Our active stain lifters keep clothes up to 3 shades whiter. Give us your worst. We'll give it our all.
You're searching for something, like the perfect deal on the perfect hotel. So wouldn't it be perfect if there was a single site where you could find the right hotel for you at the best price? There is, because TripAdvisor now compares prices from over 200 booking sites to save you up to 30% on the hotel you want. Trust this bird's words. TripAdvisor, the latest reviews, the lowest prices.
Did I remember to take the pill? Imagine if you could forget about taking your birth control every day.
My pills! Did I pack my pill?
Well, with Kylena, you can. Kylena is the smallest 5-year IUD. Birth control is over 99% effective for each year of use. Don't use Kylena if you have a pelvic infection, get infections easily, or have certain cancers. Less than 1% of users get a serious infection called PID. If you have pelvic or stomach pain or if Kylena comes out, talk to your OBGYN. Kylena may attach to or go through the uterus. Pregnancy with Kylena is uncommon but can be life-threatening and may cause loss of pregnancy or fertility.
Oh my goodness,
may
baby.
usually disappear. Bleeding and swelling may increase in the first 3 to 6 months and remain irregular. Periods over time usually become shorter, lighter, or may stop. Kylena does not protect against HIV or STDs. Forget about remembering to take the pill. Ask your OBGYN about Kylena. Needle. Essential for him, but maybe not for people with rheumatoid arthritis, because there are options, like an injection. Xeljanz XR, a once-daily pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz XR can reduce pain, swelling, and joint damage, even without methotrexate. Xeljanz XR can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz XR if you have an infection. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests before you start and while taking Xeljanz XR, and monitor certain liver tests. Tell your doctor if you're in a region where fungal infections are common, and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Needle. Fine for some, but for you, 1 pill a day may provide symptom relief. Ask your doctor about Xeljanz XR, an injection.
Looking up movies tonight at 11 on TV Land.
Excuse me, Father. What is it, Claire? Look, Father, we have a problem at post op. Well, you come to the right man. Francis Mulcahy, your humble lieutenant priest. It's the Greek and the Turkey had another outbreak of fish-and-mouth disease. Well, those two never learned to behave like adults. You can help quiet things down in there. We Mediterraneans have a lot of respect for holy men. Yeah, I'd be happy to. It's one of my many thankless jobs. Never too busy to raise the spirits of others. After all, I've nothing else to do. Like putting on captain's bars. Worse, all right, beating up two cripple.
Okay, so as you can see, I started and then decided that I could use a different pen, so I chose to use the Faber Castell Pitt pens, one of the brush tips. Since those letters are bold, it worked pretty well. Made it a little faster. Okay, so we have our wording, we have our background. I am going to go back now that we have that on and add, I think, a little bit more of the stenciling. Well, let me wait. Let me do the title first. And we're going to try something with the title. I've not done this, so I'm not sure how well it's going to work out, but we're still going to try. I have some of the iCraft Deco Foil. This is just black. And the Dylusions Clearly Alpha Set. So what I'd like to do is try stamping the title in these stamps and then putting the foil over. Like I said, never tried that. So what I'm going to use for the glue, I'm just going to use a Zig 2-way glue pen. This is just one of the wider tips. I think that'll cover the stamp the best over what I have. Alright. And so I'm just going to basically just color the stamp with the glue. So you're not going to see what I'm doing. It's not going to show on the page. I've only done foiling a couple of times, and I will tell you that if you've not done it, there are a ton of videos on YouTube that you can watch for different ways you can do it. The last time I did it, I did use this same kind of glue, and it worked just fine. But I guess it just depends on what you're doing. If you're covering larger areas, there's a kind of like a matte medium that you can use for that. And the trick is, when you do this, your glue has to be completely dry before you put your foil on. So really, by the time I get to the end of the word, from the beginning of the word should be dry. And again, I don't want it in a straight line, so I'm just doing, honestly, however I get it down on there. Although it is a little difficult to get in the crease of the book. And I am using a baby wipe to wipe these off between letters, since it is glue. Alright. Last letter. Okay, so I know you can't see what's on there, but that's all the letters stamped with glue. And we'll give them a minute to dry. You can use your heat gun to make it dry a little bit quicker if you want to. Okay. Let's see. You can see a little bit right there where at the top where it's shiny is where the glue is. Alright, so we're going to give this a shot. If you've not used the Deco Foil, it is really fun. It's just going to kind of give a shine to the title. Well, the issue is I'm not sure I cut it big enough. Maybe so. Nope. Alright, we'll have to fix that. Okay, so once you put it on, you can use a popsicle stick, but you can just rub. Oh, we didn't get a very good impression. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, so it gave us the basic outline of the letters. It was, however, a fail. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my glue pen, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to fill in, make the letters a little bit wider, add more glue. And then we'll see if we can fill in a little bit. The other page I did using the foil was, in a previous video, was Smile by Michael Jackson. So you can see a little bit there, the shiny where the glue and foil is. Okay, so we'll let that dry for a minute, and while that dries, I will go in and add some more of that texture paste. Just trying to get away from me. Alright. Okay, I think that's all we're going to do. I knew I wouldn't get much more on there, but I thought I'd see what I could get. Okay. Clean the stencil for a minute. Make sure you do clean your stencils when you're using texture paste right after you use them to get the excess off of them. You can also wash them, but I do this to at least get it off so it doesn't clog it, and then wash it in hot water later. Okay. Let's see if we can get a better stick here. And I have one of the basic gray rollers for rub-ons. So we're going to try that. The good thing about the foil is you can go back and add more if you don't get it the coverage that you want. You can see the spots where it's starting to peel up and where it's actually sticking to the letters. Actually, you can see that really good on the camera. Alright. Okay, well, not quite as clear of an impression as I would like. However, the song is called Unsteady, so it's not very steady. And then you have a really cool looking piece of foil. Don't know what you would do with it, but okay, so there's our title. So you've got a shine to it, and you can see it's not at all a clear impression. It works for this song. Alright, so let's see. Wasn't really sure what to do in the way of kind of embellishing this page, so to speak. So I just decided that what I would do is something I see people do on YouTube all the time. So we're going to play with thread. However, before we do that, Take some white paint and just, this is a lid off of one of the Dylusions sprays, I think. And just do some random circles here. Okay. Just adds a little bit of something. And since so many things that you have sitting around have lids on them, you're never stuck to one size. Alright, so now we're going to play with thread. I've never done this, but I see it a lot on scrapbook videos. So we're going to try. If I can get it open. And this thread, this is nothing special. I bought it at, I don't know, King Dollar maybe. In a set. And it had 12, 15 different colors. Alright, here we go. Nope, maybe not. Okay, well that's not working. Yay, the blue works. Okay. Having trouble getting that green started. Now, usually when this is done, there's an embellishment that goes in the middle of it. However, my page doesn't really have embellishments, so I have to figure out a way to do this. And maybe later on I'll think of something I can put in the center of them that's not bulky. I don't want my book to get too bulky. So I'm just going to use some Elmers, what is this? Elmers Craft Bond. Put a little down. Let it get a little bit stuck. Cannot get this green started. Let's try that. Alright, here we go. Finally got some green. Now there's not a lot on these spools. If you're a sewer and you have a lot of thread sitting around, it's probably the best way to do it. This is just something I bought specifically for this. Or to try this with, I guess. Okay. Maybe we'll put a little blue on that side too. I keep trying to think of something I can put in the center of it, and I just can't come up with anything. Don't have a lot of packs of ephemera, so it's not going to do me a lot of good right now. Although I do have some coming, I guess I could wait to put something in the center of them. Okay. So, that green is kind of hard to see right there, which is why I went back and put a second blue. And then hopefully, when I get some ephemera in, I'll have something that I can do in the center of them that won't be too terribly big or bulky. And then we've got to do last little things, the date and artist. So I am going to use least for the date. I don't know about the other yet. Stazon Blue Hawaiian. Blue Hawaii. Put it right there. And then I'm thinking about using the same thing for the artist name down here at the bottom. And just letting the wording be the black. So I'm going to use one of my little Hampton Art Studio G alphabet stamp set from Michaels. I'm just going to go down here at the bottom. If you don't have any of these stamps, I suggest getting some. They're great. There's, I don't know, 4 or 5 different fonts that you can get them in. And they're good for little things like this. Sorry for the kitties in the background. Foster's still. And they're unhappy that they're in their kennel. Alright. Last letter. So the artist doesn't stand out great, but that's okay because that's not really what I want to stand out. What I want to stand out is the wording. So that's fine with me down there at the bottom. I think that's pretty much it. I'm sitting here debating splatters. Let's go for it. Okay, let's do some white splatters and we will call it done. I just use white acrylic craft paint. Sorry for the shake. And I use one of the kids' plastic paint brushes. The ones that have stiff bristles work really good for this. Okay, and I think that's all I'm going to do. So I will post pictures at the end of the video. Hopefully when I post them, we'll have something in the center of those letters. And I think that's it for today. I will be back later with another page. And until then, have a great night. And see you next time. Bye.